All right. Why ambitious men should not smoke weed. Now, this is a subject which I have a great deal of knowledge about, so I'm very excited to be recording this video because I truly feel like an expert talking about this subject. Not something I'm necessarily proud of, just what we're dealing with here. So, let me explain the themes which I'll be discussing in this video. And that is the fact that I'm going to offer first an introduction, like my personal story, my own little bit of experience. Then I'll talk about how cannabis is a feminine plant and what that means. How, since it's a feminine plant, women make great deceivers. How it creates illusions in your mind, illusions of being enough, working hard enough, being creative. How she becomes a toxic girlfriend that does not want to leave you and that does not want you to leave her, creating a little toxic situation called an addiction. How she makes you feel contentment, which is something so dangerous if you are a young, ambitious man. And how it affects your chakras, what chakras and energy centers it affects in your body, how that makes you act, how that makes you think, and the danger behind that, how it makes you more indulgent, and makes you lie to yourself. So let's talk about all these little things I've just mentioned. And before I go on to explain all that stuff, let me explain a little bit about myself. Now, I have done this exact action for many years, not consistently, sometimes very consistently, sometimes I really got lost in the sauce, but I am really trying to get this habit out of my life. And the reason I'm making this video is not because I'm talking down on anyone, but it is because I have been through it myself. I have done it myself, which is why I feel like I have the right to talk about it. I never liked when somebody who has never, for example, smoked weed, telling me or giving me advice regarding weed. It's like, you haven't done it, you have no idea. I don't want to take like money advice from someone who was born into a billionaire family. I want to take money advice from someone who was poor but managed to become rich themselves. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to study like how to recover from alcoholism from somebody who has never drank alcohol. I want to study it from like the worst alcoholic that has managed to become sober. And I am grateful to be in a position where I have indulged in this exact substance, so now I have the wisdom to share it to you. I am not talking down on anyone. I am trying to hypnotize myself, because if I make a YouTube video talking about why young, ambitious men should not smoke cannabis, it's going to be so much more difficult for me to fall back into that habit. Because why do I have the right to teach somebody something when I am not able to apply that to myself? I hope you understand the situation, and I hope you, kind of see where I'm coming from. So, yeah, let's start with the fact that cannabis itself is a feminine plant. Now, what does that mean? The feminine principle in all of spirituality, esotericism, is the passive principle, right? The masculine gives, the feminine receives. Active, passive, sun, moon, masculine, feminine. So, women make great deceivers, as we all know. Men deceive women with their language and with their possessions and stuff like that, but women deceive men with their looks. Women make some of the greatest deceivers in human history. As we know, women are amazing deceivers. They understand human psychology, they understand men's psychology, and they're really able to manipulate and deceive men, especially. So, that is a tendency which this plant has. This plant is going to deceive you, even if you think this is the love of your life, even if you think you're going to get married and have many beautiful babies and live, a long happy life. That is not the case. She is not here for you, you know? She offers you illusions. She tricks you. She offers you illusions of perception. She makes you believe that you work hard enough. She makes you content with where you are. You ever been stressed and like just unhappy, just pissed off, and then you take a puff and now you're like, I'm chilling again. I'm cool. I'm not stressing, you know? That's that's fine, but that will not get you far. That is a very, very dangerous trap which a lot of young ambitious men fall into, is having that illusion of contempt, which is what cannabis makes you feel. It makes you feel at peace. Now, if you are using it for medicinal purposes, recovering from an injury or dealing with certain mental problems, this is not the video for you. Those are not the type of people who I'm kind of judging. And by the way, me saying all that stuff, trust me, this is only me doing self-hypnosis. This is me speaking through my own lens and kind of projecting. So I hope no one takes this seriously or with any offense. I'm just trying to communicate information here. So, yeah, where was I? She gives you illusions of creativity. She makes you content with where you are, and that is not a good thing. She's gonna make you believe that you are more creative than you are. You're working harder than you truly work. You are, you know, it's fine where you are. You should be happy right now. You deserve to be happy right now. And I do believe that. But in a lot of cases with young men, you do not deserve to be happy right now. And that is something tough and harsh, which a lot of young men need to accept, is that happiness is not on our priorities list at this age group. No one said we're here to be happy all the time. You know, that is something which other people need to focus on. If you're a young, ambitious man, your happiness is not your first priority. And cannabis does give you more happiness. It offers you that bit of happiness, especially when you don't have anything else in your life offering you that. It is that toxic girlfriend that's always willing to take you back, and she treats you well while you're with her, but the moment you leave her, the moment you're alone again, you're so much worse off. That's why if you smoke like daily, if you like truly indulge daily for like a week or a month straight, doesn't matter how you feel regarding your life, doesn't matter what position you're in, you're gonna feel a bit of contempt. You're gonna feel like everything's fine, right? But the moment you sober up, the moment she is not in your life anymore, that's when it all comes crashing down. And that's when you're like, oh, wait, I'm actually not doing good. I really need to change this. I really need to work on this. This is not good. This is not, a position in which I like to find myself. And this lady is going to convince you that it is okay. You do not deserve to feel that yet. You will, as soon as you overcome your challenges and achieve your goals, and at least build a foundation which is going to help you achieve those goals. Until then, your happiness and that feeling of contempt which cannabis offers you may not be what you deserve or what you need in your life right now. It may not serve your highest purpose. So, yeah, because she offers you those feelings of contempt, that is a form of suppressing your real feelings. That is, right, not healthy. If you know anything about medicine, you're going to know that suppression is one of the most dangerous things you can inflict upon yourself as a human. And she will make you forget your real feelings, how you truly feel about your situation, how you truly feel regarding your ambition, how you feel regarding a certain relationship, a certain situation. She's gonna put a cloud of beauty over everything. And some people really may need that at certain times. But if that's something you're constantly indulged in as a young, ambitious man, it is not going to serve you, because she is gonna hide the feelings which you should be currently feeling. And the feelings which you should be feeling right now may not be the most beautiful. It may not look as pretty as the cloud of green mist which she puts in your brain. She is a beauty. She is amazing. And I really do love her. I really do have a special relationship with her. I've had it for a while, but it's not a relationship which serves young, ambitious men. Because if you experience a certain amount of sadness or discontent regarding your situation, which as a young man you should, because you are not yet where you want to be. It should give you that internal fire to drive you to work and to achieve the things you want to achieve, to change your situation for the better. But she is going to suppress those feelings, giving you the illusion that you are just okay, you are doing just fine, you are doing enough, you are working hard enough. You're not. I hate it just as much as you. I wish I could remain a child and live in fantasy land and not deal with growing up. I don't like it as well. Trust me, I don't like anything about it. But the sooner, as a young man, you are able to accept kind of the challenges and the reality of the situation you're dealing with, the sooner you are able to turn it around and actually make something of yourself and get out of the situation which you do not like. But if you keep chiefing that Zaza, you keep smoking that green broccoli, that asparagus, she's gonna keep selling you that illusion that you are enough. That is suppression. And what you may discover after smoking for a long time in a row and feeling that contempt, and then all of a sudden not having access to that plant, is all the depression just crushing you down. All the feelings you've been suppressing for months or years or weeks, whatever it may be, they're gonna come crashing down all at once when you're sober. And it's gonna hit you in the face like Mike Tyson, I'm telling you. And it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. And that's the danger, is that you, when you consume this plant, you live in a fantasy land. You live outside of reality because you are suppressing the feelings which you should be feeling, which are not beautiful. No one ever said they have to be. I dislike that fact as well. Let's go on to the fact that which chakras does this plant open? This plant opens your root chakra and your third eye chakra. If you don't know anything about chakras, you want to learn about what these energy centers are, I suggest you watch my video, How Our Chakras Manifest Our Physical Reality. There I talk about the root chakra, and then I actually have a whole series where I describe the action of each individual chakra, of which there are 7 in the human body. But yeah, I'll link that video if you want to check it out. But anyways, the root chakra deals with indulgence. The root chakra is the base survival chakra. What kind of feelings does it cause to arise? It makes you want to indulge. It makes you indulgent. It wants to have yummy food. It wants to have great sex. It wants you to have great entertainment, to feel pleasure, to feel comfortable, to feel good, to, embrace the 5 senses. And that causes you to indulge in things in which you normally wouldn't in a sober state. You ever something that has really fascinated me for a long time is the amount of chocolate which I'm able to consume stoned compared to the amount which I'm able to consume sober. Sober me would have never eaten a whole kilogram of chocolate in one sitting. I'm telling you, it would have not happened. But stoned me is like a kilogram of chocolate. Whoa, it's like my lucky day, And it kind of puts you in this theta state where you're almost like hypnotized. So whatever it is that you're pursuing, you're going to become more focused on. It makes you, for me at least, it makes me focused. It makes me zone in to the present moment and what I'm doing right now. And another illusion which I was able to sell myself for the longest time is the illusion of creativity. Because I was able to smoke a joint and then start writing an essay or start working on something, being productive. And some of the best essays I've wrote, some of the best things I've created, shall I say, I've actually done stoned. But that is because I've become an expert at lying to myself and trying to convince myself that stoned me is more creative, more powerful, more intelligent, more whatever than sober me. And that is not the case because everything you crave for in external circumstances is already within you. We as human beings spend our whole life running around this planet trying to search for things outside ourselves in a drug, in a career, in a girlfriend, in anything, in a friend group, in some retreat, whatever, when actually we need to look within because all the power which you're ever going to have is already within you. You get what I'm saying? So you need to go within instead of looking outside yourself. Now, where was I? Where was I? Oh, yeah. I managed to learn how to be extremely successful and productive while consuming cannabis. And in reality, that's still an illusion. However, I've managed to sell that idea to myself that because, and I'm about to sound very arrogant, because I'm like so smart and I'm so creative, I can smoke weed for the next 10 years of my life and I'm still going to be more successful than most people my age. And I truly do believe that. That's the thing. I do believe that. However, that is not the standard I should be setting for myself. That is not a healthy standard. It's just, I used to see myself literally become more successful while consuming cannabis than the people who have never indulged in any drug, that don't have a single vice. And I figured, like, yo, I don't need to be quitting my bad vices. I don't need to be quitting the substances I consume because look at me. I'm successful. I'm doing good. But you can do more. You can do more. As a young man, as a young ambitious man, if you are not putting in your 100%, you're going to feel guilty. And with cannabis, it is going to suppress that internal fire as well through contempt, through making you feel like you're okay, like you've done enough today, you've worked enough. She's literally like a girlfriend who's like, at the end of the day, kind of gives you a kiss, like, you've done enough, darling. You don't deserve that girlfriend as a young, ambitious man. You do not deserve her. Even if she's willing to be in a relationship with you, even if she's happy to take you back, she does not serve you and you don't need her. And you're more powerful than her. And she takes more from you than she offers you, right? With creativity as well, she, because it opens your third eye chakra, when you first start consuming cannabis, you are able to experience a certain creativity which you normally don't have access towards. I don't disregard that. However, if you keep making it like a habit, if you keep doing it over and over and over, the more you do it, the less it has to offer you. The more you do it, the less creativity it offers you. It starts stealing your creativity, right? She's literally like an abusive girl. She's gonna make you feel all types of ways, but as soon as you're trapped, as soon as you find yourself in her spider web of deception and lies, she will crush you. She will take everything from you which you have. And she will not feel bad about it, and I don't blame her. She's just a plant. So, yeah, I've talked about some funny stuff. Um, cool. Cool. I think I've talked about everything. She makes you lie to yourself, is what I'm trying to say. She is so beautiful, she is so amazing, and you love her so much that you're gonna go out of your own way to lie to yourself in order to convince yourself that she is serving you, that she needs to stay in your life, that there's still something she can offer you. You cannot get rid of her. You must hold on to her. You're not as creative without her. You're not as happy without her. Those are lies. It is not true. It is not true. Get rid of this green, toxic girl. I'm telling you, she's not cool. I mean, she's lovely, but she's not here for your highest purpose. She's here to deceive you. And the moment you are able to let her go and see things clearly through your sober mind, which is the most kind of genius you can be, you in your sober state are as powerful as you can ever be. Everything else is here to fool you, sell you illusions, steal your energy. You are powerful in your sober state. You do not need to rely on anything outside yourself for your creativity, wisdom, power, strength, confidence, all of that. It is all coming from within. You don't need this green girl. She's gonna convince you that you do, but you don't need her. So, yeah, um, I found it funny to record this video. I liked recording this video. I hope you could relate to something. I hope you could learn something, or I hope I could open your eyes towards some idea or something. So, thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. I wish you all the best. See ya.